Invincible! Invincible!
Man, shut your bitch ass.
Yes, you saw that right. This team, and specifically Heatran, can one-shot Kingdra. Hi, I'm Rainer, and I'm gonna show you now my Gym Rerun strategy that I've been working for the last 6 weeks that only uses 5 team slots. So, obviously you will be asking yourself, okay, so this is just a Jinx Boon iteration. And it kinda is. I mean, it's not completely. For example, we're using 2 different Pokémon. Instead of using Torkoal and Archeops, I am using Weezing and Togekiss. The reason why is because I hate White Lens Rock Slide. That is fake. 99% is not 100. I mean, if it's not 100, it's 50. So yeah, pretty much that was the basis of this team, that I didn't want to use White Lens Rock Slide Archeops or any White Lens Rock Slide ever. So I was thinking, okay, how can I make Heatran work on a 5 Pokemon structure so that I can use my 6 slot to level while not having to do actual leveling, because I hate doing leveling as a thing. I don't mind doing EV training, that's fun, but having to level to 100, it's not. So that's why I want to make this team as also to level Pokemon that I need to level to 100 while I do some Pokemon with a Gym Rerun on my time. So that was the main idea of the team. In this video, I'm gonna mainly touch into some details of why the move choices, the IVs and such. I'm gonna do more on detail with those compared to what is gonna be linked in the description, the document to this strategy. You can see here now in your screen the Poke Paste, which is, and also the team is gonna be called Erupting Volcano, because the aim of this team is that you want to make Heatran's eruption as strong as possible. That's why we have the choice specs, that's why we are modest, that's why we have the Sun Up with either Weezing, Togekiss or Typhlosion. That's also why we have Lava Plume with Typhlosion, so that we can activate Flash Fire to give it another 50% boost, and also Helping Hand, because yes, the way we achieve the one-shot dream of Kingdra, or the two-shot dream if you are not using Helping Hand because you need to attack twice, is with Helping Hand from Typhlosion, Flash Fire activated thanks to Lava Plume, and Sun. All 3 of those multipliers, alongside the great power that is 150 base power eruption from max HP, and well-equipped choice specs, that is all it takes to one-shot a Kingdra, even the ones level 90 from both Sutopolis and Blackthorn. It is so amazing and I love it. Now, as for the rest of the team, the Blastoise, the Togekiss, the Weezing and the Typhlosion, pretty standard. You have seen these 4 months already on other strategies. You have seen it in Tempest Explosion from Sanarchy, you have seen them in 6 Pillars, you have seen them in a lot of other areas. But what is so special, or at least what is specific about these Pokemons in this strategy? Okay, so first of all, we need for the Blastoise and the Togekiss to have IVs to die to Weezing Explosion. More precisely, Togekiss has to be able to die to Choice Band Explosion, and Blastoise has to be able to die to non-Choice Band Explosion. Now, why is that second part important? I'm gonna say it right now. It's because in the item swap route and Cinnabar, there is one gym variation in which you need to explode with Weezing to kill your Blastoise, so you can send Heatran and Typhlosion to clean up the other 2 turns. However, you are normally in the item swap route, you are giving a choice scarf to Weezing to be able to get 2 solves from that gym without having to use an X item. Oh, and also, before I continue, if you are not willing to use X items as insurance, meaning they are not guaranteed to be used on any given gym rerun, then this team is not for you. There is a route for no item route for those that are playing in mobile or with high ping. That's to you, Densi. And also there's an item route, an item swap route for those like me that just prefer to actually have better Pokémon out income, while also having the challenge of actually doing micromanagement with the item swapping and the team order and such. So, looking at you, Nathan. So, now with that said, let's look over the team. First of all, let's look at the Pokemon that are straightforward. Heatran, 5×31. I'm not gonna hear excuses. I don't care your attack. I don't care about your attack IV. I just care about your rest of your stats. If you are not 5×31 on the Heatran, you are doing something wrong. It's a good investment. If you are using the Heatran at all, it's a good investment to have 5×31. Why? Well, very simply, even if you are not planning to use it on the gym rerun, or in any gym rerun for that matter, having full perfect IVs is gonna matter for when you do raids. Yes, I am considering raids for this. So why not invest now on the IVs you're gonna need anyway for this, so that you can ensure that the strategy works as intended. For the moves on Heatran, every move is important. Maybe Hidden Power Ice you could change it for Flash Cannon whenever the raids come up and you need steel typing, steel stuff. But other than that, the rest, all of the moves are mandatory. You need Dragon Pulse for the item swap route when you have to do a solve on Blackthorn. Eruption is our main form of damage, obviously. That's the way we do for one-shotting Kingdra, even through the quad resist, because we hate water. Mostly. Earth Power is needed for Cinnabar Island on the solve that I was talking about the Blastoise Weezing interaction. And Hidden Power Ice, you never click it. However, it is important whenever we are doing a fight on Clay's Gym in Driftville City, that you need the Flygon to not come alongside Rhyperior. Now, why is that? It's because both of them do not die to Specs Eruption Raw. Neither of them does. So, by having HPIs, the AI thinks you have the damage output to kill Flygon on one hit, but not for Rhyperior, because you have the HPI's possibility. You are locked into Eruption even though you have it on the moveset, but because you have it, the Flygon doesn't come out turn 2, it comes out turn 3, which is important in case you don't want to use an X item in that variation. There is alternatives that you can use X. If you want to use Preserve HP on Heatran, you just use an X special there, it doesn't matter, but it is important for baiting order for the HPIs. For the next team member, we're gonna talk about its best partner, Typhlosion. All of the moves are mandatory. You need Eruption, Sunny Day, Lava Plume, and Helping Hand. You are gonna need Sunny Day a lot during the no item swap, so get your TMs ready. Eruption is our main form, is our secondary form of damage, surprisingly. We do have Eruption because, I mean, it's the strongest move ever, alongside Water Spout, and then the self-KO moves, which are pretty much self-KO, Explosion, and Self-Destruct, but those don't count really because they are one-time use. So we have that also because we need the power sometimes of Eruption. Lava Plume is our main attack, and also our way of activating Flash Fire from Heatran, while also chipping at the opponent. And Helping Hand is needed for those situations in which both you need to save time, and instead of clicking Plume again, you click Helping Hand. You don't do damage rolls with the Plume from Typhlosion, and instead you just hit them once each with Eruption boosted by Helping Hand. Also, one thing to note, clicking Lava Plume and then clicking Eruption is actually stronger than just clicking Helping Hand and then clicking Eruption, or clicking 2 times Eruption. Why is this? a quick of math. So Lava Plume base power is 80, and Eruption's base power is 150. You initially think, oh, let me just click Eruption twice, and I get 300 base power, and that would be the correct assumption at first glance. However, because we have Flash Fire on Heatran, we have to multiply the power of the Eruption by 1.5. So 150 multiplied by 1.5 would be 225 base power. And added by the 80 base power from Lava Plume, you get 305 base power. This is also only considering the possibility that both of the Pokemon are not holding any items. And when you add up the item differential, then it becomes a clear difference as well. Because the Typhlosion is only holding a Charcoal, and the Heatran is holding a Choice Specs, it is better if the power from Heatran is amplified while Typhlosion clicks Lava Plume, instead of both of them clicking Eruption. And this is also true because Typhlosion's base special attack is lower compared to Heatran. So that's the explanation of why the moveset on Typhlosion. You need all of them. There's no space for any other moves. You cannot add Cut, you cannot add Strength, anything. You need the 4 move slots. Same with Blastoise, same with Togekiss, and same with Weezing. You need the 4 move slots on every single one of them. So, and also this is gonna be an added note, if you're doing this Gym Rerun, you are gonna need Ocarinas. More precisely, you're gonna need Fly, Surf, and Cut. Teleport is optional, but I would highly recommend to have Teleport. It's just a convenience one. It saves you a lot of time. Like, it saves you like at least 4 seconds per healing. So I will highly recommend to have the Teleport Ocarina as well. So you're gonna need the Insurance X items, depending on if you're doing no item swaps or item swaps. You're gonna need the Ocarinas, which at this point, I mean, we have come so far. Like, obviously, this Gym Reruns is specialized for those that want to make money while leveling some Pokemons. So I would assume you have the money not only to have a Heatran in the first place because you completed the Nat Dex, or you bought it from the GTL, which at least costs 1 million Pokégen, but also that you will have the Ocarinas for convenience sake, right? Like, you will have the Cut Ocarina to not have to carry out an HM Slave all the time. You will have a Surf Ocarina to not carry an HM Slave all the time. You will have a Fly Ocarina to not have to carry on a HM Slave all the time. And you will have a Teleport Ocarina for convenience sake to get faster to the PC. I feel like those 4 Ocarinas are like expected at this point, at least. Okay, and for the IVs on Typhlosion, the only mandatory ones are 31 special attack, 31 speed. But mine is my Typhlosion specifically is 5 times 31, which has worked for me wonders. Is the reason why it worked perfectly because, well, I have the perfect IVs. I don't know if lower IVs would work, obviously. So take it with a grain of salt. I will recommend, same with Weezing, that your IVs in the HP and defenses are excellent. Not perfect, excellent. At least. If you can afford the 5 times 31, I would highly recommend it. If you can't, or if you're trying to do this team on a budget, to try it, and then if you like it, you can invest into doing the 5 times 31. I will say at least do 28 IV on the HP and defenses, both on it and Weezing, so that you don't get as much of a difference on results compared to what I had during my runs. This is just a precaution, this is just a warning. If you get any differences on outcomes on a fight at any given gym, it's most probably because of the IV difference, or because you didn't follow the instructions on the document, which is your fault at that point. And with that said, let's move on to Weezing. This Weezing is exactly the same that the Tempest Explosion team from Sanarchy and my modifications used. You don't need a special attack IV, it could be literally anything from 0 to 31, it doesn't matter the IV on the special attack on Weezing. However, you do need 31 speed, 31 attack, and excellent bulk. Mine is 5 times 31 because I want to be as safe as possible from any possibilities. However, as I said with Typhlosion, if you want to try out this team for a budget, or if you're just trying out this team and don't want to commit too much Pokémon into it, I assume you can do 28 at least on the IVs on HP defense, special defense. As for the moves, very self-explanatory. Explosion, because you need to kill the lead, and also your partner. Assurance, because that's the strongest physical attack that doesn't require Weezing to kill himself. Incinerate, because you need to clear the focus dashes. And Sunny Day, because in some solves because in the item swap route, this more applies for the item swap route, you are gonna need Sunny Day. If I remember correctly, you don't need Sunny Day on the no item swap route clicked on Weezing, because let's be realistic, you're not clicking Sunny Day with a fucking choice band Pokemon. So yeah, I remember correctly. Yeah, in the no item swap you're not using Sunny Day, but you need it for the item swap route specifically. Yeah, okay. Now, onto the two Pokemon with the questionable IVs, some may say. Let's start with Togekiss. This is simpler to explain. You need 0 special defense alongside a rash nature, which boosts special attack and lowers special defense. This is the reasoning why we are doing this nature and IV in special defense. It's pretty simple. You need to be able to bait special attacks as often as possible, and the best way to do it is with your stat being as low as possible. This applies for two scenarios. First scenario is during Vermilion City in the item swap route. You need the Electrode to target the Togekiss. This is also why I highly recommend to have high IVs on the Typhlosion, because if the Electrode for any reason sees that after hitting a Thunderbolt on Typhlosion you are in a range to kill it, not even that you are guaranteed not to kill it, if you become arranged to kill it, it is going to click Thunderbolt on Typhlosion. I have seen it happen, and I'm gonna warn you, if that Electrode in the item swap route Thunderbolts your Typhlosion, it's your fault and your fault only. And this is why also we need the minimum special defense on Togekiss, so that it sees highest damage on Togekiss. And also because in the newer iteration of the AI, it has happened that even though, for example, in the 6 pillars strategy, even though the Electrode may see that Foul Play does more damage to Garchomp, it may still just Thunderbolt Typhlosion. And that is why, and the reason why is because the new iteration of the AI prioritizes highest. If it doesn't see a kill or a 2-hit KO, it will prioritize the following: highest damage with a secondary chance. And that is why it uses Thunderbolt on 6 pillar strategy on the Typhlosion instead of doing Foul Play, the higher damage output, on Garchomp. Having cleared that out of the way, I hope you understand why we have the IV in special defense on Togekiss. As for the rest of the IVs, we need 31 special attack, 31 speed. This is self-explanatory. You want to be as strong and as fast as possible. And for the attack doesn't matter, obviously, because our only attack is Hyper Voice. And for the HP and defense, you need a combined of 28 or lower. Now, the easiest way to do it is that your HP and your defense IVs are 14 or lower. But make sure in the damage calculator that your Togekiss dies in double battles to Choice Band Explosion from Weezing. If you do, you are good. As for the moveset, pretty straightforward. Hyper Voice, Sunny Day, Rain Dance, and Tailwind. All 4 moves necessary, all 4 moves used in the run. both in item swap and no item swap route. It is used on both routes and it is used often. There's an alternative for no items for the item swap route that you could use Helping Hand on Togekiss. However, because I want to understand that some people will have vibes going on the day, sometimes they would like to do a no item swap route because they feel lazy. Other times they will feel energized and want to do an item swap route. For convenience, I'm just gonna say just keep it as rain dance and play with the route that I've shown in the document. There's no worry to try and over predict or do something funny. Just follow that and you will be good. Helping Hand, if you were to do the item swap route with Helping Hand, you could save about 1 to 2 X items, like in the variations that happen. However, that means you will have to add 2 different solves for other gyms as well. For example, you will have to do item swap on the Weezing more often, which is not really a thing you wanna do that much because you need to get the choice band on Weezing in the gyms that matter. So if you forget once, you can fuck up. And yeah, so just keep it as rain dance and to follow the instruction for each gym, okay? That you will be good. And finally, for Blastoise, this HP and special defense, those are my nitpicks because, as I said with Togekiss as well, you need to be able to bait special moves on it instead of being targeted by other attacks. The best way to do this is that against Blissey specifically. So this is gonna be something interesting that not many of you may know. On Goldenrod City, there's one variation in which there's a Seismic Toss Blissey. This variation, it will always take you 4 turns to clear. And initially, as all of us thought of, because the damage is set damage, it will just select at random. It can just click the Blastoise or it can click the Typhlosion. However, I have discovered that this is actually not true. There is actually a possibility that you can make it left more often that it uses Seismic Toss on Blastoise. And the way to do that is by having a lower HP IV and thus a lower HP total. Because he's doing the same damage to you with Seismic Toss and you have a lower HP total, that means that after you get hit by the Seismic Toss, your Water Spout is gonna do less expected damage. This will lead to the AI to think or try and make the logical play with the hindsight that he has to click Seismic Toss on the Pokemon that has one of these HP based moves, Eruption Water Spout, but that has the lower HP total, so that it does less damage. It makes sense, and it is not consistent as a guarantee, but it is consistent often. Like I would say, like out of the 20 times that I got a Blissey, at least 14 of them were to Blastoise. And I really think it's because of the HP IV difference. And this is also why I want to have high IVs on the Typhlosion. The special defense on Blastoise doesn't matter. It could be... I have 13 because that's what I have, and it's like a nitpick that I had from the Tempest Explosion team. If you remember that document, it is 13 HP, 13 special defense. It's a nitpick because of some calcs that I did against Solar Beam Charizard. But the defense has to be 12 with this HP IV at least. Your defense IV has to be 12 or lower. What is the calc you have to do? The calc you have to do is that you have to check on the damage calculator, not choice band on the Weezing, single target, explosion. If your Blastoise, your given Blastoise that you bred yourself, dies to single target, no choice band boost, so like no item Weezing explosion. If it dies to no item Weezing explosion, all the time, it works. My calc was using 13 IV in HP and 12 or lower in defense. You may have something different, like for example, you maybe have 20 HP IV and then you have like 4 defense and that works. I'm not sure, I'm just saying an estimated example. And also you need the Malnature because we need to lower our defense on Blastoise, because it has so high defense that you need a defense lower in nature to be able to die to Weezing Explosion. As for the moves, Water Spout is our Water Stab, which we're gonna need to clear fire types. Ice Beam is used for both Bellstone City to clear Breloom and Dragonite, and also used on the item swap solve for one of the Blackthorn Gym variations. Aura Sphere can also be Flash Cannon, but Aura Sphere is a faster animation compared to Flash Cannon, and it doesn't have the special defense drop chance. This Aura Sphere is important for the item swap solves for Bellstone City, and Helping Hand is important because it's your boosting way for in case Typhlosion dies during a fight and you need to substitute the Blastoise in, and also because it's important for Bellstone as well. That's for the team. The document is gonna be in the description. You can check that out, and also you can check my notes on the team. There's gonna be the PokePaste is gonna be there as well. You can check the history behind this team. You can check the routes on the Gym Rerun, either no item swap or item swap, whatever you prefer. At the end of each route, it's gonna tell you how many X items you're gonna need to have on bag at least, and how many are you expected at maximum to have to use in total. All of the details are gonna be in the document in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy this team.